Okay, and we're back. A little bit later than I wanted to, and I apologize about that, but I was watching TV with my sister and I was having a good time. And I also got home later than I wanted to. Do we have the Prelude of Light? We don't. Why don't we have the Prelude of Light? Why can we not teleport back when we so choose? Why did they do that to us? I guess we can start in the Temple of Time whenever we want. Overslept a little? No, not this time. I got out of work later than I expected to. I was scheduled to a certain time. I got home at a different time. And I was watching TV with my sister. So, but hello everyone. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. You may be wondering what I'm doing. I'm just killing guys. So how's the audio? Is the audio okay? Everything's coming together. Everything sounds good. I think that tonight we're gonna do just stuff before we do the fire temple. I was thinking, like, one of the things that I was thinking is that we go and buy all the beans. We go and buy all the beans because we should have enough rupees for that, right? And if we don't, then we could easily farm them. But buy all the beans, plant them, try to catch up on Skulltulas. Monpig mine is all good. Yeah, it's always a little bit. It's like it's hard because you're not actively listening to it. It would be prudent of me to sit there and do an audio test before I begin so I can just listen to what I sound like. But I don't do that. I don't do that. Naming the stream itself is a whole thing. Well, you think I'm going to sit there and check audio levels? What do you think I am, a professional? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, you are quite an energetic young man. You're brave and handsome, too. Your name is Bink, isn't it? Don't be surprised. I can read people's minds. If I looked as good as you, I could run a different kind of business. I'm glad I can't read your mind, sir, because I feel like you'd have very evil and dark things in there for me to experience. My shop is the only ghost shop in Hyrule. Because of the great Ganondorf, it is a fine time for business like this. Oh, I can only hope the world gets even worse. The ghosts, called Poes, are spirits of concentrated hatred that appears in fields and graveyards. They hate the world. Young man, if you catch a Poe, I will pay a lot of money for it. Alright, that's the Poe salesman. He seems like he sucks. He seems like a genuinely unpleasant individual. He seems like a bad man. Like a stinky, stinky bad man. Hey, but we can ride our horse around in the open world. The open world has been more open to us. Or horse. Activate horse. So... this is where we come into... This is where we... Because I know where some of the big Poes are. I was thinking of getting one in a bottle to show what happens when you get a... Ooh! Small lip in the... Small ledge means horse gives up. Small ledge means horse gives up. I don't know if any of the big Poes are like dungeons or anything, if they're all just out in the open world. Me no know. Me no know. I think some are in dungeons. I would assume some are in dungeons. But I don't know. Let's see if I make the jump. Usually I have trouble doing it. So, maybe this time we're fine. There's a bomb rock over here. We could bomb that rock. I'm pretty sure they're all in the field. I think you're correct. Okay. They're all out in the field. It's only Majora's Mask there in specific spots. I'm mistaking Majora's Mask for the reality of the world we live in. And that's on me. That's on me. You can be mean to me about it. I'm trying to remember where they are, though. Trying to remember where they are. I think there's one over here. Yeah, there's definitely one over here. I remember. Yeah, see, there he is. There he is. Hello, Crazy. How are you? Are you feeling better? I know you've been sicky for the past couple days. I hope you're feeling better. I didn't mean to run him off a cliff. That's my bad. The game. Tired, kind of sick, but good enough to go back to work. Ugh, I hate that. I hate that for you. I really do. I hate the idea of you having to just go back to work because it's like, ugh. 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 No sick leave, no overtime. Get back onto the clock, you little wage slave. No. But are you happy to get out of the house, maybe? Maybe I should reframe it. Maybe I should reframe it. Like you're going outside. And that's fun. That's exciting. I'm sorry if everybody's like, what the frick are you doing? I'm trying to get the Poe to appear without it disappearing. Oh, and I'm really bad at it. I'm really bad at it. So you're gonna have to bear with me while I figure this out with my Brian. This song's really catchy, believe it or not. The red rocks are... no, they're not Megaton Hammer, are they? My voice still isn't back, but I'm happy to be able to see the world. I've been so bored. See, that's the thing, is I would never be bored just laying down all day. Lies. I get bored. Red is hammer? Yeah, I thought so, because red equals, temple. Temple is red. This is all fact. Megaton hammer, silver, but temple, red. Okay, I got distracted again. I'm really bad at the pose, guys. I might not even catch one. Might not even catch one. Be right back, Twitch. Well, it's like a new tradition for us. Your Twitch breaks, my Twitch breaks. I think I've only had Twitch ever crash on me once, but it was a very scary moment. Oh, that was quick. You just press the refresh button? I am assuming. You just press the refresh button, I'm assuming? No. Maybe it's more to think of being iron instead of just condensed rock. Yeah, iron is indeed red. But I feel like my phone is slowly dying. Well, the phone is slowly dying. And my dear, we're still goodbying. You should get a new phone. No. Is it... Are you just not charging it? Or do you have battery issues? Why? Why disappear so fast? It's because he hits the wall, but... He hit the wall. I'm pretty sure I've gotten them all on the horse before. I don't know why he's running away so quick. You need to? Yeah, I've been thinking about it too. I like getting a new phone and stuff like that, but it's always such a nightmare to move everything over. You know what I mean? Okay, no, they just do that, huh? They just do that, huh? Okay, I'm tired of the Big Poe. I was thinking that I wanted to... I'm gonna do the beans. I'm gonna do the beans. So I need to be kid again. And then we can... I don't get fences. What about grown-up fishing? We could do that too. Maybe we do fishing first? That might be fun. You guys like fishing. Show of hands for fishes. I won't take it into account. I do like the idea of grown-up fishing, though. I had forgotten that grown-up fishing is different than young fishing. These are the two categories of competition. Grown-up fishing and young fishing. Grown-up fishing. Yeah, you can fish for passwords, I guess, but don't do it in my chat. Don't do it in my chat. Why do the Gerudo make giant... Hello, Seeker. How are you? It's been a couple of days. How have you been? How's your new year so far? What did the Gerudo make giant obelisks of black stone? Because it's awesome? Because it's so cool? Because it's freaking awesome? Alright. I'm doing fine. I am enjoying a new year. At least attempting to. Definitely attempting to. Did any of y'all do any crazy, like, oh. Huh. Did any of y'all do some crazy New Year's resolutions? Do we have some great New Year's resolutions in chat? Ah. I guess. Nope. Come on, hit the Tektite. Hit the Tektite. Hit around it. Okay, let's do an easy... He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. I don't think I'm gonna get to watch tonight. It's messing up pretty bad. My New Year's resolution is to get better. That's very vague. I don't know if that's a better or worse resolution than something super specific. I'm working my way towards beginning taking my New Year's resolution seriously. Yeah. I don't know. New Year's resolutions is interesting because it's just kind of like the idea of putting your plans and goals on the idea that it's a new year. I guess that makes sense. That's a good... It's like turning over a new leaf. Like, get healthy? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like vague resolutions. I mean, yeah, get healthy from the sick. I see what you're trying to say. It's less like... I guess I gotta go back and play him a new Scarecrow song, because I straight up do not remember. I straight up do not remember what our Scarecrow song is, guys. I don't remember what our Scarecrow song is. Nothing better than putting off doing better and then missing the dateline. Yeah, I think I read one time that it's way better to set specific goals. But don't set them unrealistically. And it's like, oh, this year I'm gonna write a novel. Okay. Maybe something a little bit more specific than that. Like, oh, I'm gonna every month I'm gonna write 10 pages. Right? I'm gonna write 10 pages a month. And then go from there is the better way to go about it. But I don't know if that's actually true or not. In my head, that makes more sense. Instead of going like, oh, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds this year. Go like, I'm gonna try to lose, like, you know... 2 pounds a month or something like that, or 5 pounds a month or something like that. And don't get upset if you miss it and stuff like that. But that's hard. You set a goal for yourself and then you feel like you're failing if you don't match it, and it is literally just for you. It is literally just for you. Everybody asks everybody what their New Year's resolutions are, but that's like, it's small talk. It's just comfortable small talk. I mean, when you ask someone what their resolution is... Die, ghost. Good night. Good night. Thank you for coming in. When you ask someone what their resolution is, you rarely expect a serious answer, right? Yeah, you're doing your resolution, and I am proud of you for it. It's interesting because the idea of like setting a goal and then adhering to it is hard, and like holding yourself to task, right? Being honest with yourself and going, am I reaching my goal or am I shirking it? That's hard. There's a gossip stone that is refusing to enter the black border. It's hard because you have to be honest about whether or not you are being earnest and true. Hi, Sheik. I failed a couple days in, but there's always next year. Maybe more like next month, but that's more than fair. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage, but there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all of the other sages, I need you to give me the numbers on your credit card and the 3 little numbers on the back. Please, Hyrule needs your help. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time. If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years. Why can't I travel back, like, 17 years and kill Ganondorf when he was a baby? Yeah, I was thinking that we go get those pieces of heart. The song to return you to the Temple of Time. The Prelude of Light. Is it destiny that Ganondorf makes the world suck? Because that's a bad destiny. That's a really sucky destiny, and I want to go talk to the Destiny writers because that's really bad. I did it right, I promise. I did it right, I promise. I feel like that's evil of them. They both require the frog. Oh, the frog at the bottom of the log? There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole at the bottom of the sea. You have learned the prelude of light. I don't know. I'm much better at, like, encouraging others to stick to their goals than do it myself. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. Bink, we shall meet again. See? Feminine sounding grunt. That should have told everyone that Sheik was either, like, a femboy or a woman. It's just Sheik. Who's that guy? Who's that guy? It's Sheik. Temple of Tim. It's got good music, Bront. High floating textures. Prelude of Light is one that I get mixed up with the Sun Song a lot. And I probably shouldn't. Because they're in my head, they're the same song. What is Morning other than a Prelude of Light? What is Morning other than a Prelude of Light? Tim's? That's a type of shoe, isn't it? Is it a type of shoe? I feel like it was a meme, right? Everybody was talking about the Tims. Don't crease the Tims. No. Wait. It's don't crease the Jordans, right? Yeah, Timberlands. Okay. What was special about them? Because you think this game came out in 1998? Yeah, these graphics are a little bit not what this game looked like. Because this is a rebuild. But yes, it is insane that this game came out in 1998. The first time I played it, I couldn't read. So a lot of the dialogue and stuff like that, absolute nonsense. Utter nonsense. I could not read. I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't beat the game. But I played it anyways, because I liked it a lot. Stupid expensive loafers? They're not boots? They're not boots, or are loafers considered a boot? Is it as good as people say, or is it overhyped? I think it's really good. I can totally see why it has moniker of, like, one of the best games ever made. I think for, and this is gonna sound like, oh, for the time. No, I think, like, honestly, it's just a really, really well-built video game. It knows exactly what it wants to be, and it executes it with aplomb. All I know is it's stupid expensive. Yeah, that makes sense. Like Jordans. I don't know. As you can see, I'm not a sneakerhead. I wear expensive shoes, but that's because I walk a lot and I have flat feet. So I need the shoes to be good and supportive, or I am sad and my feet hurt. So that's I don't get performative shoes. I get practical shoes that cost a lot of money. But like, if you want to talk about Ocarina of Time being one of the best games ever made, I think it's just one of the most solid attempts at what it's doing, and it's incredibly impressive technically, because this is like the first time they ever tried a 3D Zelda, and are performative shoes like performative males? Yeah, I'm using performative in the same way. I think Timberlands reads bell hooks without actually internalizing her philosophy of love. Okay? I think Timberlands reads Sylvia Plath without actually understanding where she's coming from when she writes Female Rage. I don't think they know. Let's get the rest of our beans. Does this guy die in the future? Is the Bean Man dead in the future? Could be your last chance. He's not dead, he's just hiding. Aww. Sad. You see him in the credits sequence. Where did he go to hide and chomp on his beans? Where did he go to hide and chomp on his beans? I made him rich, though. $90 rupees apiece. I think we have enough rupees. You need more rubies. Magic beans! Do you want them? Huh? Huh? Yeah! Yeah. He's with the lake scientist and carpet merchant in the credits, if that means anything. That doesn't mean anything, but thank you. He's with the guy who becomes the sword master in, Majora's Mask. He's the guy with the sword master. I like how the Magic Bean Man is, like, completely optional in Majora's Mask. He is not important, not a character. Not important, not a character. We don't need him. I think you need him, like, once, and even if. He's useful for, a couple pieces of heart, I think. But that's pretty much it. But I also have a heavy dose of nostalgia for this video game. Like, this is one of the most important video games to my formative life. So I definitely have a sense of nostalgic attachment to this video game in a way that maybe blinds me to some of its flaws. But I also think it's just one of the most well-built video games of its caliber. You know what I mean? Like, trying this out, because this was an experiment, right? They did not know if this was going to succeed. And then knocking it out of the park so consistently, from like story tone to characters to dungeon design to the way the game controls, it's incredibly impressive how well they built this video game. Yo, we got all the beans we need. I don't remember where we planted beans before. Spicy. I don't know. I am kind of sad. I talk about Zelda a lot. And I feel like everybody knows my opinions on Zelda by this point. But I am sad that we're not going to get another game like this for a long time, I think. We're not going to get another game like this for a long time. There's not another company that does this. Zelda likes aren't really a thing. Oh. I'm sure there are indie Zelda likes, but are they good? One of the big problems I think with Zelda, maybe this is wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm a dumb idiot baby. But I feel like one of the big things about Zelda is that it is big. It's a big game. It's a big game, Bront. And there have been big versions of indie games. But I feel like not to this caliber, size, or quality. Tunic, I think, is a Zelda-like. I haven't heard of Tunic. I haven't heard of Tunic, so it maybe is. Maybe it is a really good Zelda-like. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Okay. Ooh, money. We love money. Money is awesome. We love money. Okay, so where are the other beans? Where are the other beans? I want beans. Whoever gets the fastest list of bean locations in chat gets the biggest bottle of 7-Up. The player character is a fox with a sword and shield, and the game is not in any legible language. Do you mean that it uses a fake made-up language, or that it's in a language you don't speak? I have like a tickle in my throat, so if you're hearing me cough, I'm trying to mute. I really hope I'm not getting sick. Because my stomach did not feel good yesterday. Oh, like Chaos Language from Nier. See, Nier is a game that I tried to get into and did not. I thought 2B was really pretty. I liked her a lot in Soul Calibur 6. I wanted to see what the fuss about the androids was about. And I just didn't really get into the video game. Did not get into it very much. There's one in Lake Hylia. There's one in Gerudo Valley. Okay. Graveyard. Oh, there is one in the graveyard? Did I miss that one? Because I feel like we got Death Mountain Trail, Kokiri Forest, and the Lost Woods. Am I right about that assumption? We had 7 beans. We had 7 beans. And we now have 6 beans. Best viewers on stream, boo, by Sleepy Vigilante. Death Mountain Crater. Ew, no, go away. Kill the bot, kill the bot, kill the bot, kill the bot. Bathe in the bot's sacrificial oils. Wow, these guys are... Ow! Naughty children! Naughty children, go away! Thank you. Thank you. I like that little, like, scare string they got, though. Tunic has a really fun mechanic where there's, like, an in-game manual akin to you find an old game case, but all the language is made up, so you have to slowly decipher it yourself. Kind of like the Dead Space Unitologist alphabet. Like the Dead Space Unitologist alphabet. Warframe has Orokin script as well. There's a bean spot in Desert Colossus. Oh no! Oh no! We planted a bean here. We planted a bean here. Yeah, I'm really excited to pay money for all those best viewers. I bet they'd be so excited to sit in here. I bet they'd be so excited for my content. I'm always really excited. I like having the bot in here because I feel like it's flavor. It's just kind of like funny that it shows up, because it's like, oh, you have no viewers? Get advertised to, get advertised to. And it's like, no, I just stream at ungodly hours. There are people who wish they could be here. Not to toot my own horn or anything like that. Part of Zelda's mythology is cutting grass. Link needs to be able to cut the grass, or the mythology is it cannot live. No, we can't do that. Okay, that should be easy to remember. That should be easy to remember, right? No. I hate that whenever you play the Scarecrow song, it uses the rhythm and, like, the way you played it. The way you played it is forever, like, immortalized every single time you play it again. Oh, did I mute in time for that cough? Did I mute in time for that cough? I really hope I did. It'd be so embarrassing if you guys had to hear that. I don't know why I'm coughing. I don't know why I have a headache, and I don't know why I'm cold. I really hope I'm not getting sick. I really hope I'm not getting sick. If Crazy made me sick through the internet gas, I'm gonna kill her. And it's not gonna be pretty. Okay? Okay? You know how some people say I'm gonna make it look like an accident? This will be obvious. This will be obvious. I've heard there's a cure for that sort of illness. What's the cure? Seeker, and if this is a jape, demon souls. Maybe. Don't make me laugh so hard. Don't make me laugh so hard. I had a pang in my lung. Whoo, baby. I do think I'm coming down with something, and I am pissed off about it. Okay? I am not happy. I am not happy. I feel like I'm coming down with something. Okay. Zora River, Kokiri Shop, Lost Woods by the Bridge to the Field, Outside Forest Theater in Lost Woods. We got that one. Graveyard, Dodongo Cavern, Death Mountain Crater, Lake Hylia, Garuda Valley by the Cow, and Spirit Temple. We did not get the cow one. I feel like we haven't gotten the cow one. We can't do the Spirit Temple stuff yet, right? I love the Spirit Temple stuff. Can we do the Spirit Temple stuff? Are we allowed to do the Spirit Temple stuff? Can we sequence break that? I would not mind doing the Spirit Temple stuff. Can we do that? Yeah, not without the long shot. Sag. Oh, yeah, because you need to get the song as an adult. And then teleport there to... Teleport to it as a child. Yeah, I realized it was on the right side. So I started to drift the chicken. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind me drifting chickens out here, guys. This song is so good. Like, I know everyone says Gerudo Valley is good. Gerudo Valley is very good music. My question is why is it like mariachi? When the Gerudo are very clearly Middle Eastern inspired. Like, I'm glad they didn't go with the stereotypical, like, Hollywood style, welcome to the Middle East, there is a camel in this shot type stuff. I'm glad they didn't go that route, but I want to know the inspiration behind mariachi, because it's awesome. It is awesome. Because it's a song of outside culture, I guess. And yeah, like mariachi, the Mexican desert, it's associated. Everybody knows Mexico has the piss filter. But like, what cultural power did Mexico have in 1998 Japan? When they did mariachi for Gerudo Desert, is mariachi well known in Japan? Is it something that they have like a large cultural memory for? Or did Koji Kondo go, I really like this style of music, it will be really good for this desert location? And they all went, cool? Like, what is Japan's relation to mariachi? I think mariachi came from outside of Mexico. I thought it was a Mexican art. Am I wrong? I thought it was a Mexican art. Am I incorrect? Am I going to make some Latin Americans really mad at me? Because I know I would listen. I used to work in a Mexican restaurant, and all of it was like, all the music on the radio was similar to that kind of, is associated with Mexico, and they adopted it. I think it originated from outside of Mexico. I want to look that up. Where did mariachi originate? Mariachi in the rural western central region of Mexico, particularly the state of Jalisco. I did know that. Okay, yes. So it's from the Mexican state of Jalisco. Blending indigenous Spanish and African music tradition. Hence the mariachi. At least the 18th century. 8 violins, 2 trumpets, and at least 1 guitar. Including a high-pitched Mexican vihuela, or a guitarrón. And all players take turns singing lead and doing backup vocals. During the 19th and 20th century migrations from rural areas into Guadalajara, along with the Mexican government's promotion of national culture, mariachi came to be recognized as a distinctly Mexican song. Son Mexicano is a style of Mexican folk music and dance that encompasses various regional genres. The term son mexicano literally translates to the Mexican sound. Modifications of the music include influences from other music such as polkas and waltzes, the addition of trumpets, and the use of charro outfits by mariachi musicians. The UNESCO recognized mariachi as intangible cultural heritage in 2011. Song genres performed by mariachi ensembles include rancheras, corridos, cumbias, boleros, ballads, sones, huapangos, yarabes, danzones, yoropos, pasodobles, marches, polkas, waltzes, and that originated in Bohemia. I'm not even gonna try it. Someone did a music theory thing about the, is it 8-bit music theory? I love 8-bit music theory, but I don't know if it was them. I probably butchered a lot of those genres, and if so, I'm really sorry. But when I worked at this Mexican restaurant, one of the things that I did was I did all the little whoops that you associate with like mariachi music while we sang happy birthday, and gave the person a little sombrero. That was a really interesting job. It was a terrible job. It was a very stressful job. And it's because I never really officially worked there. It's interesting. So the guy who owned the restaurant was a man who was born in Mexico City. He had, I think, around like 12-ish younger siblings. And he moved out and decided to start his own like chain of businesses in the United States. And this restaurant was one of them. And he did not like me. I think he thought that I was witless and slow and impossible to deal with. So he didn't like me, is basically what I'm gonna leave it at. And his family, it was a family-run business. All of his daughters had different positions in the store. And his eldest daughter, I wouldn't like a velociraptor in my restaurant either. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but I was just a host. I feel like I'm a good host. I'm a cute host. I have a nice little necklace. No, so it's interesting because all of his daughters had different positions with the restaurant, and the eldest daughter was the manager. The only reason I kept my job as long as I did is because the eldest daughter kept sticking out for me. I have no clue why. I was not good at that job. Like, he had a lot of reasons to believe I was an idiot. It was because I am not cut out for the restaurant business. And it was made even more difficult, the fact that most of the cooking staff could only speak in Spanish. And even though I didn't have to interact with them a lot, when I did, I had to interact with the waiters who could speak Spanish, and then get to the cooks who couldn't speak English. And I never officially worked there, and I wanna say this carefully. I was not officially hired by this location, so whenever they paid me, it was in envelopes with cash. And there may or may not have been any third party involved in the transaction of the money. Does that make sense? Do you pick up what I'm putting down here? So, this is kind of how he ran his business. He would mistreat his hosts because he didn't like them and he thought they were stupid, expendable high school kids, which I mean we were. And then he would, you know, it was like the best pay in the area, and no one knew you were getting paid for it. So, it was a very stressful job, though. It was a really stressful job. Okay, so how many beans do we have now? 4. Let's go see what else we need to do. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is that after I heard, I quit that job because it was soul-sucking and horrible, and I was also currently in school, and I could not keep up with both. I had heard that he definitely got in trouble with a certain government agency after that event, after I had left. So, yeah. No, it was just interesting. It was an interesting job. It was very stressful. I met a lot of characters. And it was a very popular restaurant with the Mexican population that lived where I lived. But, like, as a host, one of the only things you do is seat people. I bus tables and I seat people. That's my job as a host. They would always just sit themselves. And I don't know if that's like a cultural difference or something, but man, I hated when they like messed up my rotation. I hated when they messed up my rotation. And also, everybody who worked there was vindictive and petty and cruel and mean. I want to specifically frame this. Everybody didn't like each other, right? So, there was one time where one of the waiters, I guess had beef with one of the hosts. And that host went out of his way to screw him over in the rotation. But it just so happened that every single time he did so, I was the only one who was left at the stand, right? So he'd seat the table, I'd be bussing a table, I'd come back, the waiter would come back to me. Like, why did you skip me in rotation? And I'm like, I am not skipping you in rotation. I did not seat this last table. I will get you the next time I see a table. And I meant that. I would just always get pulled away before he could get seated. And like by the third time, he comes to me in tears and is like, I need tables tonight. And I'm like, bro, it's not me. It's not me. I don't know what to tell you. I would seat you, but it's not me. Man, yeah, that was a very stressful job. Yeah, no, poor guy. Yeah, especially because the host that was doing it sucked. He would always do something bad. He would always do something wrong, specifically to spite someone else and then throw the person that he was spiting under the bus for it. I hated working with that guy. It's like one of the only times where I'm like, yeah, I don't like that coworker. I dislike that coworker. It was a snake of a person. No, he was just young. He was just young, and he was liked by the owner, so he could do what he wanted. And he let that power get to his head, I think. But yeah, I think one of the biggest parts about it was indeed a lack of professionalism, looking back on it. Looking back, like, yeah, of course, the place wasn't professional. It was a family-owned business, operated like a family-owned business, that didn't pay taxes. Right? Like, yeah, of course it wasn't professional. But they were also mean about being unprofessional. It wasn't a warm experience. Right? When you hear like an unprofessional family business, in my mind, what I picture is like caring, affectionate folks who go, everybody's welcome in this store. No, they were all at each other's throat. And they extended that to everyone who walked through that door. Interesting job, though. Very weird first job, by the way. That was my first job ever. And I think it set me up for failure. Okay, so now we need to go. No, we should have stayed to go to Death Mountain. That's my bad, guys. We should have stayed to go to Death Mountain. I should have stayed to go to Death Mountain. That's my bad. I ran away too quick, and now I'm wasting time. Yeah, and I liked that waiter, too. He was a nice guy. He was a really nice guy. Him and his brother were both waiters there. And it was interesting because they seemed like the most level-headed guys there. But, I don't know, maybe one of... I worked with a friend while I was there. And he was really liked by the owner. So he had a lot more ins than I did. Mine was delivering newspapers when my first car ended up wrecking on my first day. Aw, man. It's always the first job, right? It's always the one. It's always the one. I don't know. Did anybody have a good experience at their first job? Did anybody have a good experience with their first job? I remember one time I walked in and I did not keep my shirt in the best quality. I didn't really have a closet. I had a couch. My first was newspapers as well. It was alright, I guess. Yeah. It wasn't the best place to keep the restaurant shirt, but I remember I came in one time and the owner sees me, pulls me back to the back, and he takes out his iPhone, takes a picture of my shirt, and then shows me it, which I thought was really funny. But I guess the picture quality was quite amazing. But he shows me the picture of my shirt and he goes, does this look professional? Does this look good? Are you putting our... Because you're the first person that people see. Are people going to be impressed with this? And I was like, no, probably not. So he told me to, like, go home and change. He gave me another shirt and told me to go home and change. I had to be much more careful about where I kept my shirts after that. At least he pulled me into the back to scold me about it. That's actually nice. Why would you need to go home and change? Because my shirt was wrinkly. My shirt was wrinkly and that looks bad on the restaurant. Surely they had a bathroom? No, it was like a single person bathroom. Also, I think because he knew I walked. He knew I walked to work. So I think the walk home was part of the lesson. Like, think about what you did. Oh, actually, now looking back on it, maybe it was more shameful than I'm thinking. But I'm just used to the place where I work now, where they just shame you in front of, like, customers and coworkers. So... my second was much better cleaning at the factory my mom worked at. That sounds more fun. That sounds more fun. I did have to clean that bathroom once, because you're a host. They didn't have, like, a specific janitor or anybody who cleaned things in that, restaurant. So there was one time where I had to, some little boy had decided to use finger paint, but the finger paint came from a certain bodily, issue. And I did have to clean that, and the restaurant did not have the correct materials to do that without it being a biohazard. So that was a pleasant experience. I worked at a college library and that sounds way more fun. More fun and very friendly since my mom liked to show me off to the... Aww, that's awesome. Good mom story. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Good mom story in chat. That warms the cockles of my heart. I was thinking about stories. Actually, no, because this goes back. Because I have a lot of stories about that job. It stuck with me. A lot of the things that happened stuck with me, right? So I have a lot of stories about that job. Happy Mother's Day. Recently, she fell for a big tax relief scam that I'm trying to... Oh. Yeah. That sounds rough. I'm sorry. Did it ruin, like, her credit and stuff? That sounds really rough. I'm sorry. That's not good. Certainly not stressful. Not at all. Amen. Amen. I understand that feeling. Yeah, my mom comes to me for, like, financial stuff sometimes, and I'm like, no. No, do not ask me. I do not have that under control. I'm doing a bad job about getting to the center here. Not ruined her credit? Worse? Oh, no. And you can't get that, like, debated or anything like that? That's so sad. I'm really sorry that happened. Oh, man. When is Mother's Day? That sounds bad, but when is it? I don't know. She gave them power of attorney. It says it's easy to revoke, easier than I figured, and major skeptical. Power of attorney? What do they have access to now? Lovingly, why did she do that? Do we need the Bolero of Fire to get to that? I'm starting to think we need the Bolero of Fire to get to that bean. I'm starting to think that we need the Bolero of Fire to get to that bean. Oh, you guys were going to let me struggle with that. You guys were going to let me struggle with that. Rude. Rude. Okay, so we need the Bolero of Fire for one bean. We need... It's that spider. We need the Bolero of Fire for one bean. We need, the Etude Sonata of Spirit. Who cares? For the other one. I don't need you to struggle extra. I guess that's fair. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened. That sounds so... I don't know. I feel like annoying is not a strong enough word for that. I'm very sorry that that someone took advantage of her trust like that. I feel like that's very mean of them. Okay, so what do we got? We did Dodongo Cavern. We did the Outside the Forest Theater. We did Zora River, Kokiri Shop. Did we do the Graveyard? I think we did the Graveyard. We did Lake Hylia. So it has to be the Lost Woods by the Bridge, right? Is that the one we're missing, guys? You know what we could have done? The Minuetta Forest! I actually have... As if I remember the Minuetta Forest. Ha! Ha 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 ha! I do! I do remember the Minuetta Forest. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. Everybody pat me on the back right now. Everybody pat me on the back for remembering song. Good job, me. Now let's see if I can remember my Scarecrow song. Why not pat on the head? Because you'll mess up my little tuft of hair. You'll mess up my little tuft of hair. I do have a story. I have another story. Okay, everybody sit back, relax. Here's the story. So, I was at work on Saturday, and I was very sad. I was very sad because of the news. I was not having a good day, right? And I was tired, and I just wanted to go home. And I was helping people in the entertainment section. So I was helping them put up headphones, right? And I am like, okay, yeah, this looks great. I'm gonna go take all the cardboard from the headphones that we just put up, and I'm gonna go take it to the cardboard baler, and I'm gonna do that, right? And we had a ton of people on. Like, this is the most people I've ever seen on since, like, over a month ago. We did not have this many people on for, like, any of the Christmas days. We had so many people on. I think it was, like, 4 people in entertainment and 2 people in where I work. Which is, sporting-related items. So, this is how you get to the bridge, right? I'm like, they'll be fine without me. I'm gonna go put this cardboard in the baler. So I go over to the baler. It's on a different section of the store, but it's not far from entertainment. But I get there, and there is this... I'm trying to describe her position. She's like a... I guess she would just be a shift lead. That's probably the easiest way to describe her position. She's just a shift lead. She, okay, she was there, right? I'd seen her throughout the day, working throughout the store and fixing up different features and stuff like that. A lot of moving stuff around because we were getting done with Christmas and we're starting with Valentine's Day. Whoa. But while she's doing that, I'm just doing my own thing. She already doesn't, like... I don't know. I don't think I'm in her periphery, but she's weird, okay? The people... And I don't want to use that term lightly. I mean that she is incredibly jealous over her team. She does not like her people cavorting with the other sections of the store. If you are in your section and you talk to someone from her section, she will yell at them for talking to the less productive people, right? Like, get in their face and yell at them. They have officially reported her so many times for the way that she treats these people. And nothing's changed. Nothing has happened. No. Yeah. So, like, she never gets in trouble. Like, it's weird. You know what I mean? Because one of the people she has is a kid who's, like, 17, and the other guy's, like, 36. And if either of them talk to someone from, like, entertainment, or they talk to me, they get yelled at by her. In front of customers. It's crazy. So she was at the cardboard baler. I come in with my boxes, and it's like 5 or 6, but it's enough that I can carry them in my hands, right? And where am I even going? I don't need anything else. Ooh! The biggest boy? No, but he's still pretty big. What do I need to do right now? Is there anything else we can do as a child? So, oh, the frog! We gotta go talk to the frog. So, she's there putting up the cardboard after they had worked all day, replacing features and stuff like that. And, oh, there he goes. King. I come there with my little bit of boxes just to help out entertainment, and because I didn't want to add it to a cardboard pile, and I didn't have a cardboard pile of my own because I hadn't really started on freight. Would it have been more efficient to simply put it in a pile and start on my freight and do it all at the end of the day? Probably. Probably. But I wasn't trying to be efficient. I was trying to be present. I wasn't feeling well. I was really sad. I just wanted to do some work and be done with it. So I get there and she sees my boxes and she goes, "Did you really walk all the way over here with just one box?" And I'm like, "No, it's actually kind of like 5 or 6 of them. They just all fit inside this box, right?" And she goes, "We do not do that, okay? That is a total waste of time. I am taking all of the boxes that I have gotten today, and I am putting them away now." And I was like, okay, I don't want this to be a scolding. I am not in the emotional or mental space for this to be a scolding. So I try, I don't know, like, I try to reframe the conversation, I guess. So I interject there, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I saw you guys were working over in blah and blah aisle. It looks like you guys were switching up the features there. Were you guys doing something for this and that and this and that?" And she just kept on going. She bulldozed right past it, just kept on scolding me. And I laughed. I did. I was very tired. It was definitely not the response she was looking for, but I laughed. And I think it got me in... It didn't get me in more trouble because she just kind of huffed and walked away. I think she realized that I was not giving her the response she wanted. But I was so tired. I laughed. I couldn't believe it was happening. I once quit a job because the manager was literally pulling hair and yelling at people. And in my exit video, I told them that they were like, "Cool, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how was the cafeteria food?" Well, how was the food? How was the food? Okay. They hate that song! They hate that song! They hate that song! Oh, they like this song. They like this song. Oh! Young lad, you play the ocarina well. That melody is so fine. We all should practice it. I mean, not horrible, but we had to pay for it. Yep, not worth it then. Take rupees as a souvenir. If you come up with another nice melody, please drop by and play it. Okay, the thing is I didn't come up with that melody. It was given to me by Malin's... but essentially by Malin's mother. Because I learned it through her. And she learned it by her mom. And she probably learned it from her mom. And she probably learned it from her mom. You like that song? You like that song? That's also not my melody. That's not my melody. Young lad, you play the ocarina well. I dropped my retail cleaning job because my team lead that is not my own questioned my integrity. That's what they do. They don't know you, but they still exert power over you. And they usually do it rudely, unkindly. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so they all like the little ditties. They don't like the warp songs. They think the warp songs because it sucks. This is awesome. You want beans? They don't like beans. Okay, what's other little ditties we have? Frog enjoy utility sound. I wrote that song. We actually watched a couple episodes of Very Important People. Do you guys watch Dropout? Do you guys watch Dropout? One of my family members used to work on College Humor, actually. How exciting for all of y'all. Okay, what did we... Ooh, Sun Song. I forgot it. No, no beans. They don't want beans. No beans. They don't want beans. I like that these frogs come back in a much more detailed quest in Majora's Mask. I like the Donjiro Mask quest. That's a good quest, everybody. They like a being wet. I do too. I feel like I should go... Maybe that should be a New Year's resolution. Go swimming more. I love swimming, but I am self-conscious, so I don't go out very often to do that. Oh, they say something different. My bad. They really like being wet. Oh, man. At least my shift lead is really good. My shift lead is really good, and I think he's the only guy in the building who actually knows all of the bylaws by heart. And he wants you to follow them. And sometimes that gets on my nerves, because I'm like, come on, man. We don't need to do that. But I am really glad he does, because he always backs me up when I'm like, actually, that's not policy. That's not policy, and he knows. Oh, wasn't Singing in the Rain one of the first talkies, or is it about one of the first talkies? I can't remember if it is one of the first talkies, or if it's about the first talkies. I'm singing in the rain. I've never performed it. That's one of the few, like, classic musicals that I've never performed. The shift lead I had was pretty nice. The others were all into high school levels of drama. Yeah... I don't know. I feel like most of our shift leads are really good, and that some of them are just crazy. We got a bunch of rupees, and we got a piece of heart. Is that what we need? We got a bunch of rupees, and then we got a piece of heart. Come and look upon the heart. Upon the heart. Lay down your weapons. It's not too late for my mercy. Come, sweet Nerevar. Did we play the minigame? Ah, no. There's a minigame? I'm way too, like, brain dead for this. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. How do you activate the minigame? No, in hell. Oh, man. It's really funny because it's like, oh, where's a manager? And you go look around and they see you and then they immediately turn the other direction because they don't want you to ask them a question. Lady, I don't like him. I need to find him. Oh, man. Unfortunately, we all have walkies. So at any point, you can just go, oh, what's your location? And they have to respond. They have to respond. It's pretty nice. I don't give them my phone location, though. They can't have that. They want that so bad. They want my phone location, and they want my, They want the permission for my microphone on my phone. I don't want to do that. I don't feel like I should do that. I don't feel like I have to do that. Also, there's Frog's legal name is the Fabulous Frog. The Fabulous Five Froggish Tenors. Like Luciano Pavarotti? Like Luciano Pavarotti? Would you like some beans? Okay. Look at us. We're all huge frogs. We are the world famous fabulous 5 frog-ish tenors. Ribbit. Make us jump so we can eat the bugs flying above us. Ribbit. Okay, then ready, set, go. Oh. Good start. Good start. They don't want my bins. I assumed and it didn't work out. I assumed and it didn't work out. Well, that one was just I messed up. I hope you guys are excited to watch a bunch of... Ooh, down again. Well, poor Up doesn't get a lot of... My bad. My bad. I'm just not paying attention anymore. What? You're not gonna play Up? Ever? Ever? Up doesn't go at all? Up doesn't go at all? Dang it! How long does this go? What? Can you play wrong sequences even if... Okay. No! Come on! 15 notes! 15 notes! Dang it. Ah, I get that one wrong every time. Dang it. Oh, okay, so we got past that point. Dang it. Okay, this is so hard, guys. What the frick? How close am I to the end? Somebody tell me I'm close to the end. Dang it. I hesitated. Hesitation equals defeat. For all of you guys who like Sekiro out there. Hesitation equals defeat. Dang it. Hesitation equals defeat. Dang it. Dang it. You're at 12? There's 3 more notes. You guys are actually insane if you're like, yeah, after that section, there's 3 more notes. Dang it. Ha ha! Young boy, you did great! Perfecta! We are stuffed! Ribbit. Would you take this token of our gratitude? Holy but Jesus, baby! We got it! Wow, a tough mini game for baby. Yeah, I'm not good at rhythm. I think I should play Rhythm Heaven. I feel like Rhythm Heaven would be really good. I'm no Gargura. I can't do rhythm games. I am not the rhythm master. That's something I always struggled with in college too, was when they gave me like any aria or any solo song that required really good rhythm. No. No. Hi-Fi Rush would be a good rhythm game to play. I think you've talked about it before. That might be a good one to play. Isn't it also have, like, platform? Isn't it also have platform in it? Yes, that's how I'm going to phrase that. Alright, what's next? Somebody pull me by the nose and lead me to the next thing. I'm sniffing around. I'm sniffing for truffles. I'm sniffing for truffles. I am your loyal hog. I am your loyal hog, though if you leave me out in the woods for a little bit too long, I get a little bit hairy. I get a little bit hairy and I get a little bit mean. So you better be changing my mud, because I gotta look for your truffles. Though I think only female pigs can look for truffles. So I wouldn't be a hog, I'd be a sow, right? It's a spectacle beat 'em up set to rhythm. Sounds fun. It does sound fun. Set to rhythm. You there. Awesome. Oh, hey, bud. No, there's no cloud over Death Mountain. We're in the past. You're experiencing... I think no more child stuff. Aw, we can't be no kiddos no more. We actually decided to get back into Night Rain after the DLC dropped, right? And we recently been able to defeat the Night Lord. We defeated the Night Lord. Now we're on to the DLC bosses. There was a very long time where I had never defeated Equilibrious Beast. And because I couldn't kill Equilibrious Beast, I took a long break from Night Rain. But then the Night Lord took us 2 tries. And that feels... wrong. It feels wrong to only take 2 tries on him. But I have noticed a trend. The first time we kill a boss... Every time, the first time, except for like one example, the first time we kill a boss, it was because a random executor helped us kill the boss. A random executor was in our party, and that's why we killed the boss. Random executor, first time win. Every time, without fail. 100% of the time, it works 100% of the time. Without fail. Except for the times it does fail, but that's because the executor is not random, I guess. It has to be a completely random executor. But I really been liking Undertaker. I like that freak a lot. She's so much fun to play as. But I can't get her stupid remembrance quest done because I'm really bad at the map and the shifting earth and also the bosses. I'm really bad at that map and the shifting earth and also the bosses. So I have to try really hard. And I have a low tolerance for frustration. I really do. I have no clue how I managed to get through like all of the Souls games. Except for Dark Souls 2. I never beat Dark Souls 2. Rumble! There's a spider. There's a spider in the house. Yeah, we have to go see the beans that we planted, right? We have to go see all the beans we planted. Let's go collect all the beans and then I can go to bed. How does that, guys? Okay, how does that sound to you guys? Collect all the beans and then you guys can go to bed. Except for Seeker, who is going to be experiencing the day. Who's going to be experiencing the day. If Seeker's still here. I don't know if they are. Maybe they have already left. Spider outside Ganon Castle! Spider outside Ganon Castle. La 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 la. Bing bang bing bang bing bang bing bang. Ooh! Oh no! Hyrule Castle? What has happened here? Could have made B go focus mode for the frog sod. I could have! Ah, you're remembering my toggles better than I do. Could have done, yeah. Sag. Oh, man. No, don't yawn on stream. Don't yawn on stream. It signals. It's a bad signal. It's a bad signal. Where is this lovely individual? What type of birds live here, man? What type of birds live here, brother? It sounds like seagulls to me. Evil birds. So seagulls. Cool. So seagulls live here. Yeah, I was thinking about what Seeker said earlier about doing Demon Souls. I do kind of want to go back to One Decimo. Maybe when we finish Ocarina of Time, we can do a filler episode of One Decimo. Just like not actually beating the game as One Decimo, but a filler episode of One Decimo. And then we can do another game after that. How does that sound to all of you crazy kids? How does that sound to all you crazy kids? Because I feel like that's a good idea. And I should pat myself on the back for it. I was going to talk about storytelling way back. Let's circle back about maybe 20-something minutes, okay? Do you guys remember when I was talking about storytelling? Okay. So, I want to talk about storytelling. Because I was thinking about it, the mechanics of it, like how one tells stories, and specifically because it's something that I derive a lot of joy out of. I love telling stories, and I love being told, stories, right? So, I remember pretty distinctly, one of my previous jobs, there was a coworker I had. She was young. I had just finished college, I had just finished college, and she had just started, like, she was gonna go to college. She was taking a gap year, but she was trying to decide which college to go to. And, you know, I do what I do. I talk about things, and I follow tangents and spirals and rabbit holes, and I tell stories about myself and the things that I've done and the things that I've seen. And I remember one time she was leaning on the counter and she was like pushing something around on it. I don't remember what it was. It was probably a napkin. And she goes, "You have just done so much, and I feel like I haven't really lived life yet." And I was like, I feel like you're framing it poorly. You know what I mean? I remember things well. And I log things away because I love telling stories. So in the moment, I go, this is gonna be a good story. Right? So then I start thinking about it narratively. And the people as characters. And the moments as moments. Right? I start doing that on purpose. Ooh, piece of heart. Ooh, 13 hearts. Does this go anywhere else? And I just don't think that she thought of her life that way. And that's totally fine. She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to. But I was also like, you know, you shouldn't, like, compare wealth of experiences like that. Because, honestly, a lot of times I'm like, man, I wish I did not experience as much as I did, the amount of time that I did. And so it's like, you know, there are people who envy what you had. There are people who wish they lived the life that you did. That you are, because she was still young. And then I was thinking about, because I also had Rook come here and chat one day and say something along the lines of, back when I thought my life was interesting enough to be a story time animator. And that rubbed me the wrong way. Not only because of the self-deprecation of the comment. Like, I understand that Rook probably meant it as a joke, but it still got me, because I was thinking of the big Storytime animators, right? Jaden Animations, Odd Ones Out. Those are the ones I remember. Maybe that's showing my YouTube age. But what did they get famous off of? Like, the content of their stories. It's all relatable stuff. To be fair, I'm probably not a good storyteller either. It's a skill. Like, a lot of people think you have it or you don't. No, it's a skill. It's totally a skill. And I love telling stories. So I like to think that I'm good at it. But it took a long time to get to the point where people want to listen to what you're gonna say. It's about timing, it's about rhythm, it's about details. It's about having a, like, constructing a satisfying narrative out of something that isn't actually a narrative. You know what I mean? Because real life stories, stuff that happens to you in real life, are rarely actually narrative conclusions with, like, a lesson or a moral. But that's the art of storytelling, is taking an event out of your life and framing it in a way that makes it seem like it's more like a story than it actually was. Not like exaggerating or changing or anything like that, but just talking about it in a way that makes people think of a story. Storybook story. I think one of the best training I saw for is how to tell good stories. How do you retell a dream you had without it being incredibly boring? Yep. What does this bean do? What does this bean do? Is this all it does? This is an awesome bean. It does nothing! Woohoo! Good bean! Good bean! No, so yeah, it's like, it's a skill. It's something that you can nurture. It's something you can master. Listen to people who tell good stories and figure out what they're doing. Sensory details, grounding, and have a narrative arc. Beginning, middle, end. Beginning, middle, end. But, you know, what did Jaden and Odd Ones Out do? They told stories about their life. And it wasn't that their lives were interesting, though they did have interesting moments in their lives. It's that they were interesting enough to carry the story. And I think that Rook is an interesting person. So I got mad when Rook said that. Because I'm like, you are being too cruel to yourself. You could totally do that just because you're fun to listen to. You're a fun person to listen to. But I was thinking about that and how I may have had an unfair edge. Because when I was little... Yay! There's nothing up here, though. Oh, nighttime. Nighttime. Looks like this item doesn't work here. It looks like this item doesn't work here. There we go. I was thinking that I had an unfair edge to storytelling because when I was little, when I was a youngin', I was deeply steeped in the stories of the Christian Bible. And I was taught early on, because like the people that I lived near, and it was kind of like proto-Christian nationalism, if you guys know what that means. But a big part of it is this kind of like persecution complex, right? They constantly believe that, oh, I think I ran past it this time. They constantly are like, yeah, Christians are being persecuted all over the world, and we're part of that lineage. You will live your entire life being persecuted by people who hate Christians. So, a lot of the stories, even though I lived in the United States of America, so it's like, yeah, maybe in Rome in 47 AD, but like, Modern day United States of America? Sure. Okay. But anytime that meant that, like, I was young, I was taught that the suffering has a narrative arc. It has a narrative purpose. Because every bit of suffering you get is God testing you for his eventual plan for you, right? So that meant that I always thought of anything bad that happened to me as being part of a narrative arc for a grander plan, right? So I started to frame everything like that. I was like, this is just part of my story. This is just part of my story, and this will be told. This will be told as part of my story. So I feel like I had an unfair edge with storytelling. I am not one of them. Please stop. God gives his wackiest circuses to his silliest clowns. And I am nothing if not silly. No, but I feel like I've always had an unfair edge because I've always thought of I always thought I was going to get martyred at a young age because of what I was taught by my grandparents about what it is to be a Christian in this world. So I feel like that's where a lot of that, like, instinct came from. You're either the clowner or the clownee. I think I'd be such a good, like, what are those clowns called? I actually considered going to clown school. Like, unironically considered doing that. I thought it would be so much fun. I thought it would be so much fun to go learn how to be a clown. And I would like to be one of the sad clowns that has all the pranks pulled on them. That sounds fun to me. I want to put a little teardrop on my face and then fall on my butt and have all the children laugh. No, I want on top of the roof! Ow! Stupid bird. Guai? I got attacked by a guai. Don't do it! I'm a... I love how they travel with the arrow. That's really fun. I love how they travel with the arrow. But I am the great... Riti Pagliaccia! That is Luciano Pavarotti as well. Or he performed it once. He didn't write it. Long as you're not Chuckles the Clown. What is that from? It's a name I find familiar. We're so fast. Wow. Oh. Huh. Hey, you guys want to finish off on fishing? Do you guys want to finish off on fishing? You guys want to finish off on fishing? Oh, I have seen that before. How many years has it been? 7 years? What have you been doing all this time? You're my only customer. I'm almost out of business, seriously. On top of that, my hair. I mean, never mind. Well, do you want to go fishing? It costs only 20 rupees. You can fish away his hat. I do remember that. I don't want to bully him. Why do I want to bully him? Why do you guys want me to bully? Why do you guys want me to bully? What's wrong with you? Chat, what's wrong with you? Why do you want me to bully? Okay, I want that fish. You ready for this? I think we're going to end off on fishing today. Funny. Yeah, you know, cruelty is never funny. Even to bald men. He's not gonna bite. You want it? Oh, you want it so bad. Why do you hate my fishy lure? It's so good. Get on my fishy lure. Fishy. I had a coworker who didn't know what a... Whoops, my bad. Sorry, story time after. Combat music. Combat music. Combat music. Combat. You are so good at getting caught, though. Oh, you are looking so submissive and catchable today. Yes, 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 yes. Bad fish. Very bad fish. Very bad fish. That's a huge fish in the center there, right? Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, I had a coworker who didn't know what a piranha was. I was very like, how did you not know? How did you not know? Everybody should know what a piranha is. I feel like when I was a child, when I was a youngin', piranhas were going to be a way bigger part of my life than they actually became. Did anybody else have a similar occurrence? It's like quicksand and piranhas were supposed to be really big parts of my life. Neither or. Neither or. At least not yet. But I don't go to the Amazon. Oh, wait. Have you guys ever seen, okay, we need that big fish in the center there. Have you guys ever seen River Monsters with Jeremy Wade? Have you guys ever seen River Monsters with Jeremy Wade? That's a great show. Okay. You must notice me. Did you find that interesting? Do my movements allure you? No, my sexy belly dancing doesn't move him. He is quite the hard catch, isn't he? Align myself here. Not the small fry. We don't want the small fry. We want the big guy. No small fries, only big guys. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. Saja! No small fries. Only big guys. No small fries. Only big guys. Dang it, he's immovable. He doesn't care. Does he hate? Does he only know hate? Or is it because I tried to hook him and now he's wise to my wiles? Women and their wiles. Come on, you love it. You love it. Am I doing too much movement? Am I doing too much movement? Corral them all into the center. We gotta get a bite, guys. Did you all see that? Are they too much in the center of the water? Yeah. I want that big boy. Do you want this cake? Not you. You are the... You are all not fish I care about. I want that. I see him in the center. I don't even know if he's the big fish. He just looked bigger than the others. God, they're all in the center. We've created like a whirlpool. I bet B might bake a good cake. Maybe. 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 Oh my gosh. Don't people do that? Do people do, like, cooking or baking streams? That feels like something that's real. What do you even categorize that? Is that like is that just talking? We got a small fry. We got a small fry. This one sucks. This one's the worst, guys. This one's really bad. Yeah, this one sucks a lot, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can complain about it on Twitter. Yeah, it's a 4-pound fish. I'm sorry, guys. That was really bad. That was really bad. I'm really sorry, guys. I can't believe you had to see that. That's really bad. I'm so sorry. It was a 4-pound. I don't care about Death Mountain, Navi. I am fishing. Literally crying. I have people in I have people in chat crying over how pathetic that fish was. I'm really sorry. No one's gonna bite? There's an IRL? There's an IRL tab? Gross. I would not do that. Let's try again. Sag. They just don't care. I don't have my waders on. Okay, big boy. Big boy, do you see this? Mmm, sexy fishy. Come here. So tasty. So delicious. Oh, there's a creative food tab. Come on! Somebody get caught! Okay. Why are they all in the center of the water? Ooh! Woo! He came roaring up the bend, guys! Yeah, I mean, 20 more finished. I would not be mad with 20 more minutes of fishing because, that means I stretch out the VOD where I want it to be. I like them to be about 2 hours long. I don't know. Maybe that's cynical, but it makes me feel... Ooh! This guy's pretty big. Oh, never mind. He sucks. He sucks. He was awful. I like them to be about that length. Makes me feel like I did a good amount. Yeah, 2 hours is just good. Idealistically, if I had unlimited free time and didn't have to worry about my job and my sleep schedule and my health, I'd probably do 4 or 5 hours. And if this was my only job, this was the way I made money, I'd probably do, like 8 hours. Oh, God. What is going on in the center, man? We're gonna have to deal with that. There's a maelstrom of fish in the center. Do they not, if they're in the center, do they not try to bite? Do I have to wait for them to reset? Okay. If it can do where I can make money, I'll probably do it for 14 hours a day! Why? That sounds unhealthy. 14 hours a day seems too long in IMO. Even Cleo only goes 12. Only goes 12. But she's known for her marathon streams. Yep, combat music. Ah, this guy's tiny. Bad fish. Mmm. That was my attempt. Oh, you look huge, brother. Oh. What determines whether they'll bite? Ah! Oh! I think this guy's huge. Okay, come on. I think this is the fish we want. Come on, don't break. Don't break. You so want to get caught, brother. You so want to get caught, brother. He's huge. Okay, yep. Come on. You so want to get caught. Oh, wow. Yes, he's a lunker. He's a real lunker. We're getting him. We're getting him. Don't worry. We're not going to lose him. We're not going to lose him. We're doing really well, I think. Will it into being. Will it into being. Will it into being. Will it into being. No. No, no, no. No more jumping. You are so good at jumping, but you're even better at getting reeled in. Did you know that? Did you know that? I'm telling him what he's good at so that he internalizes it and makes it real. Because it starts with him. It starts with him. I'm experiencing physical exertion in ways I didn't understand possible. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Okay. Yes. Yes. You are so close to me. And I'm close to you. And I'm close to you. And you're close to me. He could be an orc. He could be an orc. Yes. Oh my gosh. Biggest fish in the ocean. Biggest fish in the sea. And he's all for me. He is all for me. It weighs 20 pounds. Yes. Yes, I show you my fishy. I show you my fishy. Where my fish? Whoa! This fish is huge! It looks like a new record. It weighs at least 20 pounds. Seriously. We got the golden scale. We got the golden scale. Okay, can we get anything else here? Can we get anything else here? That's it. We did it, guys. We're the best around. I don't think I'm good enough to get his hat, guys. I don't think I'm good enough to get his hat, guys. Yeah, I don't think I'm good enough to get his hat, guys. Maximum cast length. There's trouble in the sand, huh? That's really funny that it has trouble in the sand. I'm wondering how they coded that. Oh! The water. I am in the water. I am under the water. Yeah, you can't! What? What are you doing to me? Give my hat! Do we get a new hat? We get a new hat, everybody. We got the fisherman's hat. 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 Hey, what are you doing? I told you not to do that. You're terrible. Seriously. Give me back my hat. No way. Hey. Okay. You're a kind-hearted kid. But don't tell anyone about this. Seriously, kind-hearted? I'm a kind-hearted kid? Sure. Whatever you say, brother. What do you mean we can Scarecrow song? I guess we have a Scarecrow song now. Are you guys gonna remember that for me? Are you guys gonna remember my cool Scarecrow song? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'm just so cool that he didn't charge me. Maybe he saw my fish and went, I can't charge this kid. There's no way. There's no way I could get away with charging this kid. This kid has the arms to pull in a 20-pound fish that he'd snap me in two. He'd snap me in two. This is the place with the shark PNG, right? Yeah. Why did it be gonna do it? You have to replay the Scarecrow song? Uh-oh. Does anybody remember what I wrote? Does anybody remember what I wrote? Does that do anything for you, old man? You may not have noticed, but I've been watching you. You touched the bottom just now. Fantastic! I'll give this to you. Wow. Weird. Okay. Thanks, bud. Alright, thank you, Cobalt, for knowing my memory better than... Yeah, I touched the butt! And there was a shark there! Finding Nemo! Finding Nemo. Best video game ever made, Finding Nemo, for the PlayStation 2. Would you like this chicken? Hey, it's the Ocarina! Yeah, that's a much better Scarecrow song for remembering. It's basically the Song of Time, right? Oh, yeah! That's it! That's the tune! You rock! I'm blown away! Finding Nemo on the GameCube? What was it like? Was it like a platformer or something? Oh, no, no! I didn't forget the song! I never forget anything! But I just feel like rewarding you, baby. I have a good idea. My buddy Pierre's a-wandering around. So play that tune when you want to call him. I'll tell him to help you if he's nearby and hears that song, baby. It was a baby game. Baby wouldn't like it. I would play baby games on here. I would play baby games on here. I might have fun playing baby games. I feel like it would be more of a playground for my own thoughts than a video game that we play for earnest, but I wouldn't mind playing baby games on here. I was thinking of the Lego games. The Lego games might be fun to play on here. But I think, guys, I think that's gonna be where we call it tonight. How about tomorrow we start doing the Fire Temple in earnest? How does that sound to everyone? I think that sounds great to me. Alright, thank you so much for coming in and watching. I hope you had a wonderful time. Lego games are less baby, they have more challenge. Yeah, but they're still baby game. We'll play some baby games, I swear. I swear. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time. I know I always do when you guys come in to watch. But for now, I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody. And I didn't forget to save.